Have you ever experienced a miracle? I'm talking about the kind of earth-shattering miracles of the Bible, where God bends the rules of nature and the sun stands still. A staff turns into a snake, or a donkey starts talking. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever heard from a prophet, someone who actually talks to God? There was a time in our history when miracles happened and prophets walked among us. The entire Bible takes this as a given, but at some point, that all stopped. The rules of the game changed. God stopped talking to us, and there were no more miracles. It was in this new age of divine silence that the Hanukkah story took place. When the Greeks invaded Israel, it was a time of uncertainty. We had no way of knowing if God was with us anymore. The Greeks banned Torah study and Jewish practice. They placed idols in our holy temple. It seemed as though God had turned his back on us. We were left to face a spiritual crisis all on our own, and we were groping in the dark. But the Maccabees decided to stand up for their beliefs. They rebelled against the Greeks, and something very strange started to happen. They began to win, defeating armies many times their size. Their victory was great, to be sure, but God was still silent. Had God helped them achieve their victory, or was it just a fluke? Did God care about their trivial battle? Was their victory meaningful to him? Despite their uncertainty, the Maccabees were determined to rekindle the Jewish people's relationship with God. They rededicated the temple and lit the menorah with just a small bit of oil, certain that it would go out by tomorrow. But when they came back the next day, they saw that it was still burning. And this happened again and again. For 8 straight days, the light would not go out. It was a miracle from God. The impact of this miracle might seem trivial. It didn't save us from our enemies or cause us to win the war. But its message wasn't trivial at all. After all that we'd been through, this miracle showed us that we weren't alone. God broke his own rules and reached across the silence to show us that he was still with us. That message is certainly worth celebrating, and it's a message that we desperately need to hear. Because the age of darkness didn't go away, it continues in our day. We don't see prophets or open miracles around us. We don't have a direct line to God. But we have the lights of Hanukkah, the miracle that reminds us that even if God is silent, he is still here with us. This Hanukkah, as we light candles in our homes, surrounded by our family and our loved ones, can we catch a glimpse of the hidden miracles in our lives? Can we see a bit of light that continues to shine longer and brighter than we thought it would? Lighting the Hanukkah candles is our way of connecting to those miracles, of remembering that we're not alone, that even in the darkness, there is always a little bit of light that's still shining.
The miracle of Hanukkah was that after the Greeks completely destroyed the temple and all the oil, the last final bit of oil found in the scavenged Beit HaMikdash kept the menorah lit for 8 full days without ever burning out. How did the Jews find oil after the Greeks made sure there was none left? How did the menorah stay lit? How did our small army beat the massive Greek army? That's the Hanukkah miracle.
The purpose of celebrating the holiday. On Hanukkah, we remember the godly miracles that occurred, such as the miracle of the oil lasting 8 days and the miracle of Judah and the Maccabees defeating the Greek army. We also celebrate the Jews regaining control of the Second Temple, and celebrate that we as Jews are able to practice our religion freely.
We're all about that nace, no oil.
How do you guys spell Hanukkah? H-A-N-N-U-K-A-H with C-H at the beginning. Sounds good.
H-A-N-U-K-K-A-H.
Okay, and
C-H-A-N-A-C-K-A-H. I don't know.
That nace, nace. Yeah, it's pretty clear. The Maccabees were few.
what is your favorite latke toppings?
Applesauce.
Yeah.
Oh, I like mine plain. You can't have anything on them. No,
Really?
plain, crispy potatoes. All about the potato.
Yeah.
I don't know, having it plain is underrated. I don't think that's technically a topping, but
I agree.
They wouldn't take it, being told what to do. They wanted freedom that we today embrace and all.
Hi. What is the worst gift you have ever received in your life?
For Hanukkah?
Yeah.
When a student got me accidentally, I hope, a set of love teas from David's Tea for Hanukkah. That freaked me out.
Is it okay to say lump of coal?
Yeah.
The worst Hanukkah gift? Maybe a sweater.
All the rights to pray in all the right places. The ancient magazines, they put the Greeks on
So how do you get the jelly into the donut?
Ooh, probably you grab one of the squeezier thingies with the juice and you kind of just stick it in.
With like a syringe? I actually have no idea. Probably from a really fancy machine. No clue.
With a syringe.
Oppressed the Jewish state, they had to be stopped. But Maccabees had faith they wouldn't give it up.
If you could invite one teacher to your house to celebrate Hanukkah, who would it be and why?
Definitely Robbie Melsinger.
Oh, Miss Climate, so she could sing me fun
If
songs.
you could invite one teacher to your house to celebrate Hanukkah, who would it be and why?
Walk out the front door.
No, okay, Miss Wilson.
Exactly.
Okay.
Obviously Miss Silverberg. I can't be in this class and not.
Our holiday is so much more than spinning plastic tops. Yeah, my mama, she told me it's not about the food.
Okay, if you could invite any of your classes to your house to celebrate Hanukkah, who would it be and why?
Obviously my data management classes because they're awesome.
But if that's all you do, then your holiday's just begun.
What are some underrated latke toppings?
Gummy bears, obviously. Oreos. Maybe cream cheese as well.
Who do you fry? Faith, family, freedom, we celebrate.
So let's talk about the Hanukiah. When it comes to lighting the Hanukiah, there are 3 big rabbinical debates. Whether you should light from left to right or right to left, whether you should start with 1 candle and work your way up to 8 each night, or start with 8 candles and work your way down to 1, and where you should place the Hanukiah. Bet Shammai says to start with 8 lights and work your way down to 1, as the 8 lights correspond to the numbers of days yet to come. So this is looking into the future and the days yet to come. Bet Hillel says to start with 1 light and work your way up to 8, as you always want to go up in holiness rather than down, and you are counting the days that have already passed. In terms of where to place the Hanukiah, Rashi says you should place the Hanukiah where it is publicized to your neighbors, and Tosafot says to place it where everyone can see it. You want to try and place it where the most passerbys can see it. Most rabbis agree you should put the candles in from right to left, then light the newest candle first, meaning you are lighting the candles from left to right. That's a little bit about the Hanukiah.
Hanukkah traditions. Living in North America, we are used to certain Hanukkah traditions, such as eating latkes, gelt, and sufganiyot, playing dreidel, and gift-giving. However, in other parts of the world, there are customs that differ from our own. 3 countries that have traditions different than our own include France, Hungary, and Morocco. France. Jews in Alsace, a region in France, typically use double-decker Hanukiahs. There are 16 candle spots instead of the usual 8. The second set of lights is used so that both a parent and a child can light a candle together. Jews in Avignon, the winemaking region of France, end the Shabbat that falls during Hanukkah by opening a new bottle of wine. After Havdalah, Jews travel around their neighborhoods tasting the wines and toasting to the holiday.
Hungary. In the Hungarian city of Budapest, the Quarter 6, Quarter 7 festival annually takes place. It is named after the districts that made up Budapest's historic Jewish quarter. For 8 nights, citizens participate in flash mobs, concerts, theater performances, and experience special Hanukkah menus at restaurants. Morocco. In Morocco, Jews do not typically eat latkes. They eat shvenj, citrus-flavored donuts made using orange juice and zest instead. Oranges are associated with Hanukkah in Morocco because Jaffa oranges come into season during the late fall and early winter, which is Hanukkah season. Morocco celebrates Hanukkah for an extra day, the Day of the Shamash. On that day, children go from house to house collecting leftover Hanukkah candles so that they can make a giant bonfire and leap over it for good luck.
Hanukkah tonight, so watch me light the fire and set the night alight.
Stoves on, oil's warm, peel potatoes, latkes ready to go. Drop them in, give them some time, flip them over once they're golden brown. Yo, applesauce or sour cream, come on, let's pick and go. 8 days, that's plenty of time if you wanted to try them both.
We are getting ready, eating donuts filled with jelly. Light the Hanukiah, meet you in here, it's Aaliyah. Dreidel every day, I win the game, use gelt to pay. 8 candles, you know they glow up, hey, so let's pray. Cause it's Hanukkah tonight, so watch me light the
the Nes, whoever wanna come along. Nes, Gadol, Hayasham, fought hard till the Greeks were gone. Beit Hamikdash, ours again, clean it up till the break of dawn.
Rabbis and rabbitins, we got the holiness so we can keep partying on. We are getting ready, eating donuts filled with jelly. Light the Hanukiah, meet you in Herzliya. Dreidels every day, I win the game, you get the pay. 8 candles, you know they glow up. Hey, so let's pray.
Cause it's Hanukkah tonight. So watch me light the fire and set the night alight. Lighting up the city with the candles burning low. Honor Maccabees who fought with might. Whoa.
Light the lights. Light the lights. Lighting up the city with the candles burning low. Honor Maccabees who fought with might. Whoa.
Maccabees who fought with might. Maccabees who fought with might. Cause it's Hanukkah tonight. So watch me light the fire and set the night alight. Lighting up the city with the candles burning low. Honor Maccabees who fought with might. Cause it's Hanukkah tonight. So watch me light the fire and set the night alight. Lighting up the city with the candles burning low. Honor Maccabees who fought with might. Whoa. Light the lights. Light the lights. Lighting up the city with the candles burning low. Honor Maccabees who fought with might. Whoa.
Latkes. It reminds us of the miracle of the oil and the victory of the Maccabees. Potatoes were used because many Jews in Eastern Europe at the time were poor, and potatoes were cheap. Before latkes in the 14th century, the Sephardic Jews made many variations of fried sweets for the holiday. The Ashkenazi Jews in Northern Europe made fried balinces and donuts, and Italian Jews made fried ricotta cheese pancakes called cassola, which are considered by many to be the first latkes. Like many other Jewish traditions, they can vary depending on where your Jewish roots are from.
It up, our holiday is so much more than spinning plastic tops.
Yeah, my mama, she told me it's not about the food you fry.
Would you eat a powdered donut without getting it on your mask?
I would not eat it yet, hold down my mask with my arms. I would grab the powdered donut with my forearms and I would eat it using one arm to eat it and one is like a towel. And then when I finished, I would wipe my face with my forearms and then I would pull my mask back up.
Faith, family, freedom, we celebrate for a night.
What do you need for all of Hanukkah?
44?
How much time do I have? I'm going to have to today. I would say a lot, maybe 97.
Okay.
44.
You know the latkes and dreidels and presents are all good fun.
One teacher over at your house for Hanukkah, who would it be and why?
We would have Mo at our house for Hanukkah.
He's very outgoing, fun, and he tells the best stories.
Why?
Who wouldn't I invite to Hanukkah? I'd invite them all.
If I was to invite any teacher to my house on Hanukkah, I feel like maybe Rabbi Muchtinger, Miss Marcoux, Miss Salkin. I really enjoyed their class. I feel like they would tell a lot of fun stories. Maybe Rabbi Muchtinger. I feel like he's very knowledgeable.
But if that's all you do, then your holiday just begun.
Worst Hanukkah gift you've ever gotten?
Probably socks.
It's so hard to choose. So many. Last year, Ryan he brought a stack of latkes to English class, and they were really burnt. So
and drama class too.
And drama class. He brought both. He brought latkes. So Ryan's latkes. That
also
would be
brought
a
some
gift.
melted gelt. I remember that too.
Melted gelts.
Yeah.
Melt gelts.
Melt gelt.
Melt gelts.
Melt gelt.
If you will. What about you, Ryan? What's the worst Hanukkah gift you've ever received?
I don't know, like you. Put him on the spot, like this.
Mikey, I don't know actually, maybe like a pair of socks or something.
Wow.
The worst Hanukkah gift I ever received also became one of my best Hanukkah gifts, and it was a pair of cross-country skis.
Because you know we're all about that nace, no oil. We're all
What's the best Hanukkah gift you've ever gotten?
Shea Weber, Montreal Canadiens jersey.
about that nace, no oil. We're all about that nace, no oil. We're all
Applesauce or sour cream? Definitely applesauce. Sour cream.
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
Sour cream. Applesauce.
back. One day of oil burned much more than that. And now we celebrate by eating.
The dreidel game. When King Antiochus IV banned all Jewish religious worship and study in the year of 175 BCE, the Jews studied Torah and learned Hebrew in secret, bringing out dreidels and hiding their books whenever the Roman guards would pass by. Today we play the dreidel game as a way to celebrate a rich history and to have fun with friends and family. The letters on the dreidel are Shin, He, Gimel, and Nun, which means Nes Gadol Haya Sham, a great miracle happened there. In Israel, instead of a Shin, there is a Peh, to mean Peh, or here. A great miracle happened here. Chocolate gelt. The word gelt comes from the Yiddish word galt, meaning money. After the Maccabees won, an image of a menorah was stamped onto coins. In medieval Europe, it was a tradition to give teachers gelt to show appreciation. The word Hanukkah is linguistically correlated to the Hebrew word for education, hinuk, which led many Jews to correlate the holiday with Jewish learning. Many families today give their children chocolate gelt, though some continue to pass out actual gelt as part of their Hanukkah celebrations. Usually when given real gelt, children are encouraged to donate this money to a charity.
Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we got 8 crazy nights. When you
feel like a kid in chat without a Christmas tree. Here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like Rabbi G.
We got Miles Cohen and his younger sister Lola, but Hoffman finds it hard these days to sip his Coca-Cola.
Miss Kurtzfeld loves to dance the hora as Beyonce. COVID has got nothing on our awesome nurse Yvonne.
When it comes to grade 12 chat celebs, there's Cassie and Mitch Simon. But when it comes to chat grad Maple Leafs, there's only one Zach Hyman.
That's old school Siegel Pillimer, straightening his hair at Laney Sugar's bat mitzvah. Oi, what did she wear?
Who will keep policing all these one-way hallways for us? There's only one solution.
Bring back Judy Morris. Put on your yarmulke, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. The king of mysticism, Mo just loves to teach. But no matter how you're feeling, don't inject yourself with bleach.
Hudson Polsky loves a sufganiyah to cleanse the palate. And Georgia is still counting all those Daniel mail-in ballots.
At Drake's T.O. Bar Mitzvah, Lowry and Love the Blintzes, Bruni and Fabrizi, our chat's almost Jewish Vinces.
Snyder loves his Shakespeare, and Benny's Bleeding Blue. Put them together, what a fine-looking Jew.
So grab your menorah and wrap your favorite tefillin. It's time to fry some latkes with Miss Nathanson and Dylan.
In Mrs. Climate's music class, the horns are all a-blowin'.
And Reenie's long-lost cousin's back. It's Sasha Baron Cohen.
Very nice.
Put on your yarmulke, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. It's not pronounced Channukah. The C is silent in Hanukkah.
Malarchik's first name's Channukah. My Wi-Fi won't turn Hanukkah.
Remember when on Zoomika, don't forget to Mutica.
Now where is my vaccinica? I'm sick of quarantinica.
This song is almost doneca. We hope you had some funica.
Have a happy, 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 happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.